There is an offering in the Old Testament that typified Christ in a very powerful way. On the Day of Atonement, there were 2 goats, but today we will only focus on the second one, namely the scapegoat. On the head of this animal, the high priest laid both of his hands and confessed over it all the iniquities of the sons of Israel and all their transgressions in regard to all their sins. The scapegoat was then sent away into the wilderness, bearing on itself all the iniquities of the people into a solitary land. This goat typified Jesus Christ, who bore our sins in his body on the cross and suffered and died alone outside the camp. The psalmist wrote, "As far as the east is from the west, so far as he removed our transgressions from us." God reckons the sin of his people to be placed upon an innocent victim who suffers the penalty in their place. And the scapegoat, we read, the high priest was to lay both his hands on the goat and to confess over it all the iniquities of Israel. This represents the full transfer of guilt from the people to the sacrifice. Isaiah also wrote that the Lord would cause the iniquity of us all to fall upon the Messiah. How does this type of scapegoat comfort us today? While God caused the sins to be imputed or legally transferred to Jesus, we bear them no more. As that song goes, we can be certain that this work was done thoroughly by God, as it says that all of our sins were transferred to Jesus, as with the goat. And there was a full transfer of guilt, and the Lord has laid on him the iniquity of us all, meaning that God left no one out in this cleansing. All of the sins are carried away for all of God's children. There is a double imputation that Corinthians speak about, namely all of our sins was imputed to Christ and all of his righteousness was imputed to us.